Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. Well, I finally managed to root watercress. I'm very happy about this. I've tried, I have no idea how many times, but it would never work. I think the problem was I was trying to use bunches of watercress that I picked up from the large grocery store chains. I tried a couple of different ones. And all that stuff would do is, well, it would stay green for a little bit, and then a rot would start at the base of the stems, and that rot would gradually creep up, and, well, in the end, I just ended with a pile of mush. This watercress, on the other hand, is from an old client of mine. Years ago, I set up a fish room for an Oriental grocery store. And what they do is they keep, well, tilapia, bass, crabs, snails, all kinds of stuff. And what I did is I set up the tanks, the filtration systems, the cooling systems, everything they needed to keep everything alive. And recently I was in there. I'll say hello to Tobias, by the way. He's very curious about everything I do, and don't worry, I got him off the saw before I started everything up. When I was in there, I was picking up something. I'm not sure actually what it was, but I saw a bunch of watercress, and, well, I thought I'd give it another try. I was going through the cache anyway, so I picked that up, and lo and behold, it worked really well. I mean, I did have a little bit of that rot. It wasn't, not all the stems took, but there's a sufficient number of them that I was very happy, like I said. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up another containment system. The one you saw there is one I was using, well, a couple of years ago now, for trying to see if I can get hornwort to grow in a container and have water pass through it, sort of as like a plant filter. It didn't like being in there. If you remember, recently I made a different type of box filter, and I was going to try that attempt of it. It was pretty much just an extent of that same experiment. So this is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a tray system. I'm going to be able to hopefully put a bunch of different stems in there, and that way I can, well, hopefully harvest this and be able to use it for, well, greens on various vegetables. And the nice thing about this is I'll hopefully have a nice supply of it. So what I've been doing here while I've been rambling on is I've been cutting up the acrylics for the frame for this, and now I'm going to drill a whole pile of holes, and I'm going to be able to these holes here at the top are going to be where the stems are going to fit in, and then there's going to be a base underneath this where there are going to be other holes. I want to contain it relatively well. I'm not sure how tasty the roots of watercress are for fish. I'm not sure what fish are going to keep with this. At the moment, that's in a tank that doesn't have any fish in it. But I want to be able to isolate them so that they don't end up, just becoming fish food. Though I probably will use some of this for various other things as I do some pruning, just leaves that don't meet up with what I want to do for like salads and stuff. So it's going to be multi-purpose, hopefully. And this is probably the first aquaponics system that I've set up that I think is going to actually produce well. I mean, I've been trying, and the problem with most of it is just getting the really good starting material. So there you go. I've finished drilling all the holes. Now I'm just going to weld this up. You can see the piece at the top of the screen there is the top. This is going to be the containment on the bottom, just to keep the roots in a nice tight spot. And if you look at the top of the screen, the very top, these are drawers I made for a storage system and organization for my shop and everything. And that was also the framework where I put the acrylic on, where I was drilling all the holes. That is part of that because I had to build a small workbench and a few other things for that. If you're interested in any of that, I'll leave a couple links below, and you can go over to my other channel and have a look at and see what you like in there. And the nice thing about that is I did a couple of videos on, well, the basics of welding acrylic and, well, all the safety stuff that you need to know if you're going to weld acrylic. So if you're interested in getting into this sort of thing, that is definitely a good place to go over and have a look. So I'll leave links for that. Now, as far as this goes, it's a very straightforward weld up, as you can see. And I do encourage people to, get into acrylic welding. It's not difficult. This is filmed only at 2x speed, so you can see it doesn't take very long. You end up with nice, clear and clean seams. And like I said, it's a great way of making small projects, or if you look on, like I said, my other channel for making drawers and all kinds of stuff for organization and storage and all that sort of stuff as well. It is the nice thing about doing it this way is you get what you want, the right size and everything else, and not try to make do with something that you found in a dollar store or whatever. So anyway, enough of that. So this is almost done, and at this point I was thinking what I would do is just weld the whole thing together and then just put it in the aquarium and then shove things through it. And then I figured, well, I might need to modify this. So I thought I would just weld this on here. And then I was thinking, well, it may need cleaning. There may be problems with roots, and might be problems with fish getting in there. So I decided instead I'm going to make these 2 little brackets. They just slip over the ends on both sides, and that holds it in place. So I may end up changing this again. I'm not sure. It is easy to spot weld this later on if I want to. But for the moment, this will work. So this is going to hang on the aquarium. The 2 ends, I'm going to lift this up here in a second. That is what's going to, it's going to rest on the sides. The rest of it's going to sit down in the aquarium. And yeah, the plants will grow up out of that. So all I need to do now is snip a bunch of this. Well, it just needs pruning anyway. It's getting kind of gangly. And I'm just going to pick a spot. Sorry, my hand's in the way there. And it's going to snip that. And this is one here has some roots because it was dipping down into the water. So I'm going to just prune off those leaves. I'm going to shove it in the hole. And then what I'm going to do is prune a bunch more of that. I cut it all back quite nicely. You can see there's a whole pile of roots there in the container itself. I'm hoping that it'll just send up a whole pile of more shoots now that it has been pruned. Anyway, I'm going to give updates on this. Trust me, like I said, I'm very happy about this. I'm hoping this will all work. And also, there's one other thing I forgot to mention is there is a little hole. You can see it right in the middle of the system where I might bubble in some air. So anyway, leave comments. Let me know what you think about this. This is my, hopefully, successful attempt at doing some aquaponics. So I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.